Taking to the skies has not been easy lately. One passenger was briefly stopped from boarding a plane at New York's Kennedy Airport because of what he was wearing. Raed Jarrar, a human rights activist of Iraqi descent, was about to board a JetBlue flight about 3 weeks ago wearing this T-shirt, with the words, "We will not be silent." It was in both Arabic and English on the shirt. Some authorities at the airport told him he could not board with the T-shirt on, saying some passengers were offended. He refused to turn his shirt inside out, but agreed to put on another T-shirt that was brought to him so he wouldn't miss his flight. Now, Jarrar has blogged about this incident, and it has become one of the most viewed stories online and one of the most blogged as well. Jarrar was interviewed by Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now!, an independent public news program on radio, TV, and as well as the internet. As I said, she recently interviewed this man. She's also the author of Static Government, Lies, Media Cheerleaders, and the People Who Fight Back. Amy, you talked to this young man at length about his organization and about his politics. We should point out he is an anti-war activist. Did you get a sense that he was an innocent guy who showed up at the airport with a T-shirt on, or was he trying to make a political point that day?
Well, he was both innocent and making a political point, and I think that's very, very important, that people's political views do not incriminate them. And Raed is one of many people right now who are being harassed at airports, and it is very serious because I think one of the things we cherish in the United States is that people can freely express their political views without being told to hide them, to turn their T-shirt inside out, to be at the front of the plane and then move to the back of the plane. I just interviewed a young woman from Rutgers named Arwa Ibrahim. She had just come back with her sisters and brother and mother from Jordan, her family vacation. She was pulled aside at the airport at Kennedy. She was questioned for hours, asked about her political views about Iraq. She said she was made to believe if she expressed opposition to the war in Iraq, that she would be considered a terrorist. This is not representing the best of America. Racial profiling and danger.
Let's talk specifically about Raed. Well, there's two different issues here. There's the racial profiling and the free speech idea. Of course, he can wear any kind of T-shirt that he wants to wear. We would certainly hope this. But what about the idea that some of the passengers may have been concerned? That isn't there the idea, or did you talk to him, I should say, about the idea that perhaps there should have been a sensitivity to people, considering that he did try to board this plane 2 days after that transatlantic plot, it was revealed that it had been thwarted?
Well, Allison, one of the things that Raed talked about was what he was told as he was wearing this T-shirt. He said, is there something wrong with the statement, "We shall not be silent"? And he was told by one of the security who told him he had to take off this T-shirt, that wearing a statement in Arabic, it was in Arabic and English, was like a person going into a bank with a T-shirt that said, "I am going to rob you," or with walking into a bank with a gun. Now, this is frightening when the state comes down hard on individuals. This is what Raed's point was. When he says, what is
about
suspicious?
The people who maybe perhaps were uncomfortable? Did he discuss at all that he might have been making people uncomfortable?
Well, he said, why is it making people uncomfortable if it says we will not be silent? He said to the authorities that they should not be afraid, that Arabic does not make you suspicious. They should not endorse that view that if something is written in Arabic, that it means that someone is a terrorist. In the end, I really think, Allison, what's important here is that when authorities engage in racial profiling, they're going to miss someone like the next Timothy McVeigh, white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, when they're looking for someone not because of a crime they committed, but because of the color of their skin.
Amy Goodman, thank you so much for sharing your interview with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We did call JetBlue. The company responded with a statement saying that according to the airline's preliminary findings, the request to remove the T-shirt was not made by a JetBlue crew member. JetBlue says it has no policy regarding apparel or messages on apparel.